Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views. Today is July 29th, 2011. It's a Friday, end of the week. Markets are under pressure. Right now, I waited to do this video till 8:30 just to see the GDP report. And you could see GDP was just released, reporting 1.3% growth. And you could see the markets really just plummeting on the news. Futures are now down about 13 points on the S&P E-minis. It's a brutal decline here. Big volume there as well. So again, futures are falling on the GDP news, and GDP looks like it's reported in at 1.3%. Okay, let's take a look at a few other things here, although this is quite a drop. But last night we did fall down to this level. You could see right here about 10 o'clock last night after the U.S. government, I should say the House of Representatives, did not vote on a bill for the debt ceiling. And the markets did sell off. They recovered quite a bit into the GDP report, and now they're trading back at that double bottom. So there is a little bit of support down here right at this level, and I'm not sure that's going to hold up. Again, the volume will come in now once the market starts to trade at 9:30 as it opens. But right now we are holding that double bottom at the moment. So you can see right here, double bottom from last night's low, and market may go through that level. I would suspect they would probably go through that level now as you're getting more and more selling pressure on this market. Also, what happens when you get the selling pressure, the Republicans are probably feeling like they need to come up with some compromise, and everybody's talking about the Harry Reid plan from the Senate. That is the deal that may get through now. So there's a lot of chit-chatter on what's going to happen. Who knows? I think the market just wants certainty, even if the Republicans just said there's no way a deal's going through and that's it, it's final. I guess that would help as well, because the market would have certainty and it would be able to adjust. Right now, the market is on skittish territory because it just can't really get any firm footing. But in any case, futures are down about just 12.5 points now, so that double bottom has held at least temporarily. Let's take a look at the U.S. dollar index, which also looks to be falling from its high. It's still positive territory, though. Dollar was trading much higher earlier. You could see here it has fallen a little bit now, especially in this bar right here. Once the GDP news was released, the dollar is trading higher by just 14 cents now, but it was much higher earlier. So we'll have to watch the dollar. Remember, dollar goes down, commodities will inflate, oil will inflate, things of that nature will move higher. Energy prices will move up. So we have to watch that, and that's going to be pretty sensitive, and we'll see how that all plays out. But there are a few things we have to look at. Let's take a look at oil first. Okay, we'll just use the USO as a little bit of a barometer. USO yesterday closed at 37.91. Today trading at 37.56. That tells us that spot crude's down about $1.10, $1.15, somewhere in that area. Let's take a look at GLD and SLV. GLD is getting a big spike on the news, trading back up to 158. Yesterday GLD closed at 157.32. So you are getting a pretty good move in gold. Gold looks to be up about $8, $9 right now on the spot, but that is a pretty good pop. Let's take a look at silver. You're going to take a look at the SLV here. SLV yesterday closed at 38.76. Today it's trading at 38.90. So silver is inching up a little bit, but nothing tremendous there. But you are seeing silver inch up a little bit. So we have to watch that pretty closely, and we'll see how it plays out. Last night, very important to know that last night in the Asian markets, you did have the Nikkei and the Hang Seng down just a little bit more than 0.5%, and then you had the Shanghai index just down 7 points. So really, just 0.25%. Not really a big decline. The Sensex, which is India, was down really just 12 points, which is nothing for that big index, and less than 0.1%. And then you have Australia, which was down that was the big loser last night, down about 0.8%. So, well, and that's commodity rich. So we'll have to watch there and see how that all plays out. But now we're starting to see the futures break below the lows and then come back up. So this is a big level here. It looks like a pretty important level, at least short term. I'm not sure what the market's going to do today. If there's no debt resolution announced this afternoon, maybe we'll get some selling, and then we'll have to see what happens over the weekend. I'm under the anticipation I wouldn't be surprised to see a deal struck over the weekend before the Asian markets open, but we'll have to see. Now, there are some stocks in the news to talk about, so there's money to be made someplace. Okay, here we have Yahoo. Yahoo's getting a big bounce today, up about, well, it was up about 85 cents earlier, now pulling back a little bit. But Yahoo did settle a deal with Alibaba. That's their Chinese partner, big internet company over there. So Yahoo and Alibaba struck a deal today, and Yahoo's getting a little bit of a bounce off the news. There is one stock that's getting crushed this morning, and that's VPRT. VPRT, this stock is getting hammered. Yesterday closed above $42. Today is trading at $28.10. If you just go back and you look at a daily chart of this stock, I mean, you have to go way back, I believe, all the way to August 2010. And you'll see that the stock had a significant low right in that level. Let me get rid of this. I don't need this here anymore. Looks like right around 28 bucks. So, look, where are we right now? Let me just go to real time. $28. So you see how that level's holding up so far? So there is support for the stock down here around this 28 level. So, traders must be aware of that. That's a pretty big support level. But on a falling knife play like this, you got to be a little bit careful. But I do think there is a fair amount of support down at that 28 level for VPRT. Okay, I don't know how the market's going to react today with the futures down. So this stock may not be in store for a bounce. But generally, a gap down to a major support level like that, I would expect some kind of a bounce. You did get it in the after hours yesterday a little bit. Now it's coming back down and testing that level. So let it shake out for a little while. Let it look for a pattern. But there's a fair amount of support down there at that level. Let me take a look at STEC. This is another one getting crushed this morning. STEC after hours yesterday. You see it plummeted and trading right around 11 bucks. There's a decent amount of support down here for the stock at $11, and then after that it's going to be even lower, so then you'd have to really look at around $9.50 a share. I would be a little bit cautious with this gap because this looks like it could be the real McCoy. So again, this was breaking down, held up, and now it really broke, so you have to watch out for this one. But this level fails to hold right here, watch out. This thing really is it's going to go down to around $9 and could be around $9.50. So that would be the next big level for the stock. But 11 bucks where it is right now is support. Okay, make no bones about that. Let's take a look at Expedia. This one's trading higher a little bit. It has pulled back off the highs, but nothing to do there on Expedia. I don't really see anything great, anything horrible. It's right in that range. Really needs to get above 31.50 on a close. That would, solidify it a little bit better and show a little bit more strength. But other than that, I'm not seeing really all that much else. EVEP is getting a bid today, and this is really, not something that I really trade all that often. It's a very light volume name, so again, you got a little pop up there, but I don't think there's really much to do when it comes to day trading. Okay, so again, take this market in stride today. This is going to be, we're going to be handcuffed to the news out of Washington, D.C. Again, very, very important to just, realize you want to stay nimble in this environment because we don't know from time to time if there's going to be a report coming out at 9:30, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, if the president's going to speak, is John Boehner going to speak. You just never know what's going to happen. So take it in stride, stay nimble. Scalping, in my opinion, is the best way to go about today. But right now, before we step off here, you're going to see the futures are down almost 12.5 points and holding that double bottom right there. But that's only temporary. So again, holding it up right now, and we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the session when the opening bell rings in about 50 minutes. Okay, so with that, I'd like to wish you all a great trading day. Those of you in the chat room, I'll see you on the microphone at 9:30 a.m. Have a great afternoon, great morning, great day, and a great weekend. Take care, everybody.